those who haven't thrown away their lead pipe dreams. We've lost all of our heroes. Heroes now are for people who need sandwiches. I'm crawling out of my refrigerator.
This is the greatest thing on earth. I was born with 3 Doolallys. It was kind of like I had a regular penis and then these 2 little ones branching off of it.
According to Albert Einstein, if the entire universe was going through and as it approaches the speed that light travels, would start to slow down more and more. You would see clocks slowing down, but how would you know it? Because you're in the universe. It's not that there's less time in the day. Time is actually slowing down.
That the government invented crack. Ronald Reagan was the one who announced it to the country. And after he did that, everyone wanted to try it. The CIA sold it to try to kill off the Americans. Well, it didn't really work that way. Actually, they found out that it did the opposite. It actually helped the American family. Since that didn't kill them off, the CIA invented ISIS and funded them, and pretty soon they're going to come here and enslave all of us. I was born with 3 Doolallys. I was born with 3 dicks. Imagine that, dudes. What happened was we were triplets, but my one brother, he was born inside the amniotic sac, and we were joined by umbilical cords, and my body absorbed him, and we became one. He was inside me. I was the host for a parasitic, spineless, and ambiguous sex organs. My other triplet brother, who made it out of the womb, he crawled out of there. He also had ambiguous genitalia. He had all the livers. The doctors thought about taking the 2 mini penises that were branching off mine like a little tree and sewing them on to him. He didn't look like he was going to make it. And the doctors were like, well, this one got all the kidneys, but this one got all the dick. The doctors decided, well, what are we going to do? Are we going to chop the dick off the one and spread them around? And if they started cutting up the dick and trying to transplant it, they knew that was just going to be a bloodbath. So they decided that they were going to rip the kidneys out of my weak brother and put them in me. It happens actually a lot more than people think. 1 out of every 500,000 people born has a twin or a triplet born inside them. Usually what happens, the triplet gets absorbed into the body, or if it stays in there, it gets calcified and becomes a stone baby. There's controversies about what these things really are. Are we going to call it a tumor, a conjoined twin, or whatever? Parasitic, there will be calcium deposits around it and becomes a stone baby. So usually people don't even realize that it happened to them. Both my brothers, the one born outside me and the one born inside me, just had these ambiguous genitalia. What they did was kind of sewed it all together. I ended up with this Franken dick. Thanks to my brothers, and I carry them around with me. And when I make love, I like to think that he wasn't even going to be a person. By having 3 kidneys, I can drink more than most people. I was really curious about what a normal dick looked like growing up. I would watch porn, and most of it didn't have enough dick. So I started watching homosexual porn. And that didn't have enough dick, so I just went straight to the dick-sucking porn. And I got to learn what a normal dick looks like. So that's how I started out watching dick-sucking porn. And everyone's a little bit gay. The only guys who debate me on that, they sit on Sunday and watch these guys prance around in spandex and jock straps, slapping each other's butt on some expensive football field.
I was trapped in stained glass piñata. It was 3 stories high. I just looked around. I thought, wow, this is amazing. But the circle of reality was closing. And that's when I jumped out a 2-story window.
I never even had therapy over the fact that I was born with 3 dicks. The only time I went to therapy, my ex-girlfriend, she was like, we should do couples counseling. So we go there, we talk to this depressing lady, and we're walking out, and she's like, what did you think about all that? And I'm like, well, the lady had this messy office. She looked more depressed than anyone I've ever met. I doubt she's had a relationship that lasted more than 2 years or something. And so why is she the one telling everyone how to be a couple? Then my girlfriend, she says, you know what? She was agreeing with you on everything. And I was like, I won in couples counseling? That's like the greatest thing that ever happened to me. Whew. This is the greatest thing on earth. And I always think about my brothers. The one that was born inside me, doctors are still arguing whether it's just a tumor. Then the other brother who gave me his 3 kidneys. And now I can drink more than most people. And I thought maybe he would end up being the doctor in the family or the lawyer. But my mother said his head kind of sagged. My sister said he didn't look like he marbles together.
The time is slowing down, so it appears that technology is growing faster, and it appears that evolution is happening faster. It appears that the Earth's temperature is changing faster and faster. But it's really the fact that time is slowing down.
And I wonder about us co-join our umbilical cords in this ambiotic mass. So now I'm just romancing with the flowers, dance away the hours, and drinking with the rain. And I had a lot of hopes and dreams for my brothers. But hope is for presidents, and dreams are for people that are sleeping. So now I have 3 kidneys. I can drink extra.
Drink to still all night long.
200 cases have been reported. They decided to give me the kidney. You know, back then, there was no hope for my triplet brother. What did they do with the 3 penises? They kind of cut them up and constructed into a big monstrosity. And I still carry part of my brother's with me. It was kind of like one big one and 2 that are branching off of it. Kind of branching off, sort of like a tree or something.